He'll watch a movie, then he'll tell you all about it. It's the Armstrong Entertainment Show.
Hello everyone and welcome to Armstrong Entertainment. This is Chad here and I saw the Netflix streaming show Locke and Key. Now this is a fantasy horror drama show about a family who moves into their ancestral home where they discover it has magical keys. So this is based off of a graphic novel series and they have been trying to get this adapted for 10 to 12 years now. There was an FX pilot, a Hulu pilot, a failed movie attempt, and it is now streaming on Netflix. I knew nothing about Locke and Key going in. I did not know that it was based off of a graphic novel series, so I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know who the audience was for this show. It feels like it's a mashup between Stranger Things and Haunting on Hill House. There's a little bit for the kids, a little bit for the adults, and it's kind of a mashup of those two shows. From what I've been hearing online, people are a little upset because this series kind of took the PG-13 route, when the graphic novels are very graphic and more R-rated. So I guess what I would say is, I wish they would have leaned into a little bit more of the darkness of this series as opposed to the teenage angst high school stuff. There's a lot of scenes in this series that it felt like it was two different shows. I loved all of the stuff at the house with the keys and the magical stuff, but then they would go to the school and you would get to meet their friends and all this other jazz that was happening, and I wasn't as interested in that. I kind of wish they just leaned towards the good stuff, the scary stuff, and it felt like this show was a little bit all over the place, and I get it. It must have been very hard to adapt because, again, they've been trying to do it for the past 10 years. The series has its ups and downs. The pilot episode I personally loved. I thought it was a great setup for the series. I understood what was happening. I love how they explained everything. I thought it started off with a bang. Then it slowly took a dip and I became less and less interested. There was like an episode, like 5 or 6 that was kind of good, and then it kind of just ends with the finale with kind of a meh. So I'm not really sure how I feel about the series as a whole. It's not a show that I was dying to watch every single night. It came out almost 2 weeks ago, and I literally just finished it. So if that says anything, I pretty much just watched one episode a night. I wasn't watching these episodes with a sense of urgency. However, it was a fun watch at times, and I really enjoyed certain aspects of this show, but there's certain things I really didn't like. Like, for instance, the characters at times were so stupid, and it just did not make sense, any of their actions or decisions or choices. The mom, the actress who plays the mom, her name's Darby something. She was on Scandal. I loved her on Scandal. I think she's a great actress, but for some reason in this show, I think she was completely miscast or misdirected because she really sticks out like a sore thumb, and she's just not good in this. And the kids, I think all the kids are great. Great acting, great casting with certain people, but the mom, no. I am a little uncertain of how I feel about season 1. I didn't love it, I didn't hate it, I kind of just watched it, and there it was. So for a season 2, which I'm presuming Netflix is going to authorize, I think the writers are going to have much more opportunity to explore with the story, because I know season 1 covers the first 6 graphic novels, and now the writers can kind of do their own thing, and I really hope they lean more into the horror aspect, and fantasy, and magical stuff. So with that being said, the show is completely adequate. It's not as good as Stranger Things or Haunting on Hill House, but it's kind of in that same world, that same realm. So if you like those 2 other shows, you'll most likely enjoy this one to a point. It is called Locke and Key, and it is now streaming on Netflix. Until next time.
He'll watch a movie, then he'll tell you all about it. It's the Armstrong Entertainment Show.